Blessings, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. Watch, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Trelawney residents get surfeit ticket in swift water rescue. 11 Trelawney residents were certified in swift water rescue management over the weekend. Christopher Beeson, acting director, officer, Jamaica Fire Department, conducted the training in the river at the Braco in Trelawney. The participants were taken through several possible scenarios and taught how to react when faced with the need to rescue and individuals who run into difficulty through flooding. Scene assessment is hazard, personal protective equipment, and swift water hazard, and several were the topics addressed by Beacon. Novia Drummond Morgan from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPM, working with Dion Hilton Lewis of the Trinidad Disaster Management, were responsible to bringing the participants to training. A preparation survey looking into disaster prepared was done. From the information gained, it was decided to conduct these types of training in flooded prone area throughout Jamaica, Morgan disclosed. Fisherman Fitzchristy, who was one of the trainees, welcomed the training. It is important that we are exposed to this sort of training. It brings to my thought and knowledge how to react when faced with certain situation. One thing was reinforced, that there is no place for panic, said Christie. Mentally ill St. Catherine man gets 2 years for manslaughter. A St. Catherine man who used a garden fork to take the life of another was given 2 years imprisonment in the St. Catherine Circuit Court. The 31-year-old is accused. He is a laborer, iron coal, of Reed Mountain, St. Catherine. He was sentenced by Justice Bertram Morris on Monday. He was charged with the October 10, 2014 death of 52-year-old Kenneth Gordon. The accused mother, the only eyewitness, died before the accused was visited the stand trial. He was found guilty of manslaughter by Justice Morrison in the judge-only trial. During the sentencing, Cole's mental health issue was pointed out by the lawyer, Donald Bryan and Abina Morris. The court heard that on the day of the death, there was a disagreement between the accused and his mother, and Gordon intervened. A physical tussle followed, and Cole used the garden fork to juke Gordon in the neck. He was taken to hospital where he died from the injuries 4 days after. The accused was arrested on suspicion of the death and was formally charged after the question and answer session. He made numerous court appearances but was found unfit to plead until recently. Boy, my viewers, the man used a fork to take the man's life, my viewers. A fork, my viewers. You know, ground fork stay already, my viewers. Ground fork is one big heavy sitting where you have to jam down in the ground. St. James tour operator charged for a gun found in baby crib. A St. James tour operator has been slapped with firearm charges after an illegal weapon was found in a baby crib. 27-year-old Roshan Tafari Swire, otherwise known as Rasta of Granville in the parish, was detained last week following the seizure of an handgun along with a magazine containing 10 40 rounds at a house in the community. Swire has been charged with possession of illegal weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. It was reported that around 10:38 p.m. a joint police military team was on patrol when a house was searched and the weapon was found under clothes in the baby crib. Sawyers were taken into custody in connection with the find. Following a further investigation, he was subsequently charged. Some of you as he was charged for finding the machine. So tributes flow for committed pastor death in Portmore. Tributes continue to flow for the Reverend Linval Lewis, the minister of religion, who was shot by a lone gunman while leaving his home in Portmore, St. Catherine on Monday. Lewis, the pastor of Greater Portmore Tabernacle Church, died while undergoing treatment at hospital later that day. The police have not yet established a motive for his death and have indicated that based on their checks, Lewis was not involved in any illegal activities. In paying tribute to Lewis, the Greater Portmore Tabernacle described him as a proposed, fully missionary who was committed to the church. Forever cherished will be memories of a Christianic, dynamic, and passionate and purposeful missionary and visionary whose lifelong devotion to family and 24 years of service and committed to the Greater Portmore Tabernacle family is peerless, said a statement from the church that was posted on Facebook. Lewis also had stints as the administrative chairman of the Jamaica Evangelist Missionary, chairman of Ministerial Council, camp director and pastor of the Kingston and Spanish Town Tabernacle, among other roles. Those roles within the Jamaica Evangelistic Mission distinguish him as a consummate leader and faithful steward. The statement said, watch, like, share, comment, and subscribe.